As the nurse practitioner profession has been the best job in the United States for years, there has been much attention to our profession lately. And more nurse practitioner schools open. That means there are many nurse practitioners, whether they are new grads or seasoned nurse practitioners, are on the job market looking for jobs. Though there are still a lot of demand for nurse practitioners, it may not be easy to find a nurse practitioner job depending on specialty and depending on the city or state. So in this episode, I'm gonna talk about 6 tips to increase the chance of finding your ideal nurse practitioner jobs. Let's get into it. Aloha, I'm Miki Miura, a family nurse practitioner in Hawaii. I've been a nurse practitioner for 10 years and I absolutely love being a nurse practitioner and the lifestyle that Korea has given me. My passion is mentoring nurse practitioner students and new grad nurse practitioners to build amazing careers so that they can have the freedom of choice on what they want to do and how they want to live. All right, let's get into it. In this episode, we're gonna talk about 6 tips on job hunting for nurse practitioners. First tip is to register on the websites such as American Association of Nurse Practitioners Job Center and Indeed. Those websites can notify you when new positions are available. As there are many applicants who are looking for similar positions, it is very important to be on top of new job openings. But we are busy with work and family and other things, so we can't just look at the website all the time. But these websites can help you to be aware of new job openings. Second tip is to update your resume periodically. Ideally, you want to update your resume at least once a month or every quarter. The reason why it's important to update your resume periodically is because we don't know when new positions will be available. It's very crucial to apply for positions that you really want to get as soon as possible, ideally on the same day or at least within a week, but ideally on the same day or next day or as soon as possible. Because by the time you apply for the position, maybe 2 weeks after the position was posted, employer may have enough people to interview and might have already find the right person for the position, even if you are more qualified for the position. So you want to be ready as soon as possible. And one key is to update your resume periodically, so when a new position opens, you can just click and send your resume right away. Updating your resume periodically also helps to make sure that you include important things, such as you did some volunteer work, maybe you gave lectures, because sometimes we forget what we did if we accumulate, and that is way in the past, but those information might be very crucial to look for a job. So try to make a habit of updating your resume at least once a month or at least every quarter. Or at least remind yourself whenever you have opportunity to update your resume, such as you become a part of a committee or you did some lecture or you did some volunteer work, then remind yourself to update the resume on the same day. Third tip for job hunting for nurse practitioners is building a network. Building a network is extremely important for job hunting in many ways. Maybe somebody who knows you well can refer you to an employer who is looking for a nurse practitioner, or the person who you become familiar with can be your reference when you're looking for a job. For those who are not familiar, reference can be still very important when you're looking for a job as a nurse practitioner. And I've asked many times to become reference for my colleagues, for my friends, and students that I taught in the past. Not all jobs require references, but some jobs definitely do. So you want to make sure that you have enough pool of people that you can ask to be your reference. Building a network can also help you to be exposed to positions that are not available in public. For example, when I was on the airplane, I forgot where I was heading to, but I was on the airplane, I sit by this gentleman and we're just chatting and come to find out that his wife is a weight management physician at a large hospital in Hawaii, and she's looking for a nurse practitioner to hire. Now, at the time, I already had jobs and I was satisfied with my employment conditions, so I wasn't particularly interested in that position. But if I were looking for a job, that was a great opportunity. Now, how to build a network, there are so many ways. Especially if you are a student, you might wonder, I don't know how to start. Where should I start? First thing you can do is attend conferences. Let's say you are in a family nurse practitioner program and you are very much interested in dermatology field. You might want to attend dermatology conferences and meet people. You might meet nurse practitioners practicing dermatology or physicians in dermatology. You make a lot of network. And also you can get a lot of tips on how to improve your expertise in that specific field. Another great networking opportunity is pharmaceutical programs. Although this is not easy to look for on your own, but if you have any opportunity and if your schedule allows, I would say go for it and attend, because you might be able to meet people in different fields, and who knows, that might connect to your job hunting or even finding a preceptor for your clinical rotations. Another great way to build a network is to join professional associations. There are many professional associations that you can join, including American Association of Nurse Practitioners, or you can join nursing or APRN organization in your state. And through the association membership, you might be able to find mentors for your career who may be able to help you to look for a job. I hope you are enjoying this episode. Before we go back, I want to quickly mention that I'm giving a gift to you for listening to this episode. I'm giving a free PDF nurse practitioner job interview prep checklist. This checklist is full of questions that you're likely to be asked during job interviews as a nurse practitioner, and some tips on how to prepare for them. With this downloadable PDF, you can prepare for interviews well, so you feel confident and stand out from other candidates to get the job that you really want. To get this free PDF nurse practitioner job interview prep checklist, you can go to usa.jnpproject.com/interview. Again, usa.jnpproject.com/interview. Now let's get back to the episode. Fourth tip is to make business cards. You might be wondering, why should I make business cards? I'm still a nurse practitioner student. It's probably too early. Maybe I'll do it when I graduate. But who knows when the opportunity comes in? Like I said, when I was on the airplane, I found a nurse practitioner job opportunity. Although at the time I wasn't interested. You know, the guy next to me, his wife was weight management physician and looking for a nurse practitioner. And at the time, if I was looking for a job, that was a wonderful opportunity. Now, at the time, you could say, hey, is there any napkins or anything to write down my phone number? Or I can just text you. But to make it more professional, I would highly recommend to make business cards. You can still put nurse practitioner student or nurse practitioner to be in 2026, whatever it is. But with the business card, you can put QR code that connect to your resume, and you can pass it out and say, if your wife is interested, please contact me through text, call, or even through the email. And if she's interested, she can look at my resume through this QR code. I'm still a student, but I'm about to graduate next year, and I'm very interested in working in weight management, and I would love to do a shadowing at her clinic to see what the practice look like and get to know your wife a little bit better. This way, you look very much more prepared for job opportunity, and also you can share your resume so people know that you are very serious for looking for jobs. And making business cards are not super expensive at all. It can be $15, it can be $25. It depends on how many cards you're gonna make, but it's not that expensive at all. You can give it out at conferences, and whenever you have an opportunity to make network, you can give out your contact information, and you look very professional, very enthusiastic, and very prepared for job hunting. So I would highly recommend. Fifth tip is to attend workshop and get certifications. Having high GPA is one way to show your competence, but that's not all. Because we all know that you can be book smart, but that might not correlate with your competency in actual clinical setting. Attending certain workshop and get certification can show that you are skillful in certain skill sets and elevate confidence in your skill among employers who are considering of hiring you. Of course, you can say in an interview that you are very good, but especially if you are a new grad nurse practitioner, there is not so much you can show because you haven't had so many cases yet. So attending workshops and get certification can back up your skill and knowledge level on top of your resume. Now, where can you find good workshops and certification programs? Well, one of the example is ANP, American Association of Nurse Practitioner National Conference. They provide many hands-on and online programs that target nurse practitioners. I attended hands-on urgent care procedures program at a national conference. It was very helpful. I relearned about how to do IND properly, how to extract toenails, how to do digital blocks, and so many things. And that experience gave me not only confidence, but also gave me tangible proof that I am skillful in certain skills. Final tip is don't quit your job until you find your next job. Getting hired as a nurse practitioner is different from getting hired as a registered nurse. Because you're gonna be working as a healthcare provider, you have to be recognized as healthcare insurance as a new healthcare provider at the practice to get reimbursed. And there are so many paperwork and it takes time. So usually it takes at least 2 to 3 months to be able to actually practice on your own. So even after you get a job offer, you can't work as a healthcare provider the next day because you have to go through this process. Now, some employers allow you to start working and shadowing and get to know the workplace, while other employers might wait until you get recognized by healthcare insurance because they won't get paid for the service you provide until then. And we don't know how long it's gonna take to get recognition. It can be 2 to 3 months. That's minimum, but it can take longer. And unless you have a lot of money and you're totally fine with not working for months and months, you might wanna wait to quit your job until at least you find your next job. Because not only it might take months, who knows how long it takes to find a next job, even after you get a next job, it takes at least 2 to 3 months for you to be actually able to work. And if you don't have any solid plan, if you don't know when you can actually get income the next, you might get desperate and it can be very stressful. So at least until you get a solid job offer, you may not want to quit your current job because you don't want to stress out yourself. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you like this episode, please give me a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to my channel. We upload a new episode every week. Also, if you have any requests for future episodes, please write down in the comment section. And if you have any advice that was helpful for job hunting, also please write down in the comment section. I'm looking forward to hear from you. All right, I'll see you in the next episode. Aloha, take care.